ride with it, ride with it, ride with it. I wanna drip, ride with it, ride with it, ride with it.
Hi, this is Rachel from Drop the Ego. This is our first podcast, and we are going to be talking things all mental health with our guest today, Djaal. How are you?
I'm good, babe, thank you.
Thank you for coming over to Liverpool. We're using the beautiful Camp and Furnace as our venue today to do our podcast. And you've come down from Manchester today, haven't you, to sit and have a special talk about your mental health and things in the industry.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. So I just want you to give it a little bit of introduction, really, just about who you are, what you're about, where did the name Djaal come from? A little bit of explanation about that would be fab.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, it was at the very beginning of my career. I just was getting into the DJing, and I was thinking about a name with my best friend in France, because I'm French basically from Paris. So she was like, "What about a mix between Alice and DJ?" So she saw like Djaal, and I felt it sounded perfect. So I kept it.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? And it's unique and different as well, which I really like. Usually everybody nowadays comes up with names that have, come from a generic, something that they see on a cereal box, or, merging their two names together. But I think yours really has that special ring to it, as you say.
Oh, thank you so much. That comes straight to my heart, this.
So just going straight on to the mental health topic here, you've had your struggles as a female artist
Yes.
in the industry. We did have a quick brief chat before about everything that you've been through. So let's just pinpoint a couple of things that you're going through at the moment as an artist. And you said before, which really stuck out to me, was that you struggle with your ADHD. Where did that come from?
So this ADHD, it's since I was born, actually, this attention deficit that was like killing me at school. I was not able to listen properly to my teachers, to everything that was said in class. I was looking by the window, or like everything that could catch my attention. I actually didn't listen to anything. So yeah, that was quite difficult.
It's quite funny you bring that one up, because I'm going through a diagnosis for my ADHD, which, I'm in my 30s, and I never thought that would be something that I would have, definitely going into my 30s, or you usually see it coming up as a child. But like you mentioned, yours came from when you was at a younger age, and then mine's just literally just been sprung up on me in my 30s, and I'm like, oh, what the hell's this? What's going on with me? My mind's spinning out of control. But do you find like music helps with that?
It's easier to concentrate on something you're passionate about. Like school, I was definitely not passionate about.
Yeah,
so.
I can agree with that one. I think I was the same.
So yeah, music and producing is different. Of course, I can concentrate way better.
But you've got with ADHD, you've got the hyperfixation, which is something that when you find a common interest in something, it's hard for you not to get fully involved with that. And obviously, like you just said then, you really get involved with your music, so you must be super creative when you're producing some tracks.
I think, yeah, I don't have to complain about this. So yeah, thankfully, yes.
And you said you've got OCD as well, which again, how does that mix in with everything? How do you deal with that with being an artist? Because it must be messy backstage sometimes, and you're looking at it and wanting to get the mop out.
Oh yeah, it appears like few years ago in my young adulthood, yes, around like 20, 25, 26, and OCD is actually like intrusive thoughts that come through your brain, like, but very like disturbing, like
Wow.
bad thoughts.
What do you mean disturbing?
Like, I will not make a list right now because it's heavy stuff. But
Wow.
And first, like, you were like, why do I have this kind of thought that goes through my brain? Am I like this? Am I disturbed like this? Who I am? And that it gives you anxiety because you actually identify yourself to your thoughts. But actually, with my therapist, I've learned that your mind and who you are two different things. So it's not because you have this kind of thought that you are what you think. So with a lot of motivation, intention, conviction, I succeed to put my mind and who I am in different cases. So now when I have this kind of thoughts, it doesn't affect me anymore. I know it's not me, it's my mind that actually become your worst enemy when you have OCD. So it's a fight between you and your mind that can be very tough. But I manage now to deal with it.
Yeah, of course. Well, so like you say, the anxiety part, I think that at the moment that's a big topic, definitely around mental health. Like, for my own personal preferences, like I battle with anxiety on a daily basis. It can cause me not to sleep. I can TikTok around the bed. My husband says it all the time. It's annoying to even deal with. But like, when you're going to go up on stage, like, does that take over before you go up and start playing a set? How does it affect you the day before?
You know, like with these OCDs, I always imagine the worst case scenario that can happen. In one of my sets, like, and I can't go against this. My brain put me the worst thing that can happen.
Is the stage gonna fall through?
Yes, like even before sleeping, like you're not gonna sleep and you're gonna fuck up your set. So I don't sleep. I arrive at my set. Obviously, I didn't sleep at night. Like the stupid things, but everything that he can put me like this. So yeah, it's a mess, but.
Well, we had a seminar a couple of weeks ago. We were on a panel for What's on Your Mind, and quite a few artists are on that stage. One of them was actually James Barlow from Solado, and he was saying about when he's touring around the world, you can go to sleep after a gig and then wake up in the morning and not have a clue where you're going next. And the anxiety that builds up in you of not knowing what's next, that must be something difficult for yourself as well.
Yeah, so James Barlow has a lot more experience than me. So yeah, he definitely travel every week and go from gig to gig in another country. So yeah, I can imagine by what he is going through. I'm not at his level yet, but probably going to happen in few months. So yeah, I hope my OCD is going to be fixed because I don't want to go by this kind of anxiety, of like big anxiety like Barlow can have, or
But you've got to think of that. You've got to look into the future a little bit, haven't you? Because you know you are an upcoming female DJ, and let's just say I've listened to Al, and Al is pretty good around a pair of decks. You know your ins and out, and your music as well is incredible. So you're going to make it to that point, and I guess. When you have to look towards the future and then learn off the back of some other DJs' experiences, you're going to have to try and, I don't know, maybe with your OCD and obviously the ADHD, it's going to be a lot harder for you to be able to maintain a diary, should I say, and make sure that you know where you're going. Because God forbid, if I wake up in the morning and I didn't know where I was going, I think my head would fall off, clean off. I was just saying about how you would cope, obviously, when you are going to possibly be touring. How would you deal with everything then? How would you deal with your anxiety, your OCD, your ADHD? How would you feel not waking up in the morning, not knowing where you're going, because it would drive me insane?
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, so basically when I will be touring every day, like I will try to not make the after party after the party.
Oh God, that's like the biggest fuck up you can do. Go to bed, don't go to the after party.
I come clean on decks, exactly, yes, definitely. Like no after parties, like stay professional and get some rest and stay like in that line, because you can easily lose yourself if you start to do all the after parties and don't sleep and repeat and like. Yeah, I couldn't deal with it. So yeah, and it's very important for me as well to do the meditation every morning. I meditate 15 minutes. I repeat my affirmations every morning before putting anything in my belly. So yeah, I try to do anything that can help me, and it works. It really works.
That's quite interesting then. I want to kind of hear what's your daily routine then? Let's say you've got a big set the next day, what would your build up be to that? How would you like start your morning routine?
You know me, I'm really healthy. Like I wake up in the morning, I drink my orange juice, I eat healthy, I make some sport, I meditate. I like to party, but when I go out,
Who doesn't like to party?
I try to stay like really have a good healthy lifestyle. It's important even for your mind to stay focused, don't lose your concentration, your creativity, and try to get some rest. It's important as well because you can easily lose yourself if you lose your routine. So me, I'm working like this.
I think sleep is probably another topic that needs to be spoken about, because when you're just saying, and if you're playing a gig and then there's an after party, then there's an after party after the after party, it's so easy to get wrapped up and just sort of get lost in where you're going. Like I know for one, I've been a victim, and I'll say that and wear it proud, a victim, because sometimes I've said I want to go home and nobody listens to me when I want to go home, and then next minute, you know, you stood in somebody's kitchen and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and then you're just like, fuck, what am I doing here? I shouldn't even be here. I could have gone home in the taxi 4 hours ago and got a good night's sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
Cool, but they're very good at it. Huh? All the DJ we know, they do it perfectly. They do the job. Huh? They do all the after parties, all the parties. They're everywhere, every time, and they succeed to play perfect. Huh?
I guess
they do it perfect.
I think the advice would be just like go home at a reasonable hour. I know it's easier said than done, because we've all been involved in that in that part where we've just gone, oh, you know, fuck it, what's another hour, and then before you know it, like say it's 7 o'clock in the morning, you sort of sat there contemplating life, going, I should have just gone home, and then you could have been woke up nice and fresh, gone and done your daily routine. Instead, you're meditating in the taxi on the way home instead. That's what I do anyway. Try and get to peace before I walk through my front door. Your music production, how do you stay focused and keep creative when you're producing such, you know, incredible tracks?
So I have my days. Some days I don't feel like creative, I don't feel inspired, and some other day I feel it. So I go in front of my laptop and I do for hours. And I take microdose mushroom.
Okay.
That helps me as well, really, with to focus my attention on producing and increase the creativity. So that's really helping. I can feel it at the moment. So I'm doing it right now, and I spend hours like this on my laptop. So yeah, it works.
I love that. See, I think that is probably one of the most up-and-coming things as well in the industry at the moment. I've seen that from going out on nights out. Like, a lot of people now won't go for the sort of the hard drugs, which is nice to see. I think a lot of people going into the 30s, that's the sort of stuff that they stay away from. And a lot more people are getting more creative with mushrooms and even microdosing mushrooms. I have heard that it is incredible for people like us that have got ADHD and struggle to stay focused on one certain topic or subject or even activity. So I think your creativeness definitely coming from like microdosing. It's not something, obviously, that's something that you would do personally. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of research done with microdosing. I've looked into it myself. I know Camp and Furnace, the venue we're in today, every month they sort of hold like a talk night on a Wednesday. They recently did a DMT and ayahuasca night, and it's all about like hallucinogenics and how that can stimulate your mind. And it's been proven that it can help with anxiety, depression.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Definitely people with medical conditions like ADHD, OCD, and like you say, it kind of calms your nerves down, doesn't it?
Yes, completely. It changes your mindset. Like, that's why it's really, really interesting for people that are going through depression. Like, it helps you to not see the things the same way as you see them when you're depressed. So that helps a lot.
Life is rainbows and unicorns. I hope that's what it's like. It's not, but that's how we want it to be, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Perfect. Have you got any like upcoming tracks at the moment that you wanna tell us about? Maybe ones that have helped you through your mental health and your.
Yeah. So since I've put myself again for the second time into this microdose mushroom cure, I'm on my third track now. In 1 week, I started 3 tracks with 3 bangers. Like, this mushroom definitely worked. So yeah, I think they're gonna be heavy. I'm full of ideas. Like, thank you, the mushroom. So yeah, very soon, like, I hope, yeah, loads coming. And
I
very
need to hear first release on these, definitely. I'm feeling the vibes already from this.
Oh, definitely. We'll have a listen.
So obviously with it being quite a male-dominated industry, how do you feel as a female DJ coming up in the industry?
There are definitely more men than women in the music industry. So yeah, I feel like I definitely have my seat in this industry.
Woo! Weird that.
I know, like, I think I produce good and appreciate tune. Oh my God, how can I say it? Like,
It's a word. You're feeling it on the tip of your tongue.
like, I'm here to show to the world as well. Like, it's not only men that are talented and amazing on decks and that can do everything with the computer, the producing, all the skills and the buttons. It's not only a man job, even if sometimes they think they're better than us, the girls, because the decks and the buttons is like this for men. But
you
no,
would shut that place down.
Yeah, no, we can be good at it. And since few years now, there's some amazing, like, upcoming and now DJ stars, female DJ stars, that play as good as the men and have their seats exactly like them. So yeah, no, I think I'm in a good place right now.
That's what I like to hear. Good place, happy mind, happy soul, and obviously music has always been that power, that food, that energy that everybody needs. Like with our event coming up, the Dance for Mental Health event, we say, you know, dancing releases the dopamine chemical, which then obviously helps with anxiety and depression. So music plays a big part in that. And I feel like coming together as artists, managers, promoters, you know, foundation like ourselves, we're just trying to like drive back that happiness that was always there, because it gets lost. Do you know what I mean? It's got lost. Like now kids just want to go out and rave and get fucked up on Kenny, and you know, and the parents worry about him, but what happened to the days where it was the good times and you were all like, you were there for the right reason, like you're listening to music, you're feeling the music, the vibrations from the bass going through your knees and up your body, like that's the best drug that you can have.
I know.
It's the best food that can feed your soul. Like for me, hands down, I can go to a rave sober and literally party all night and have the best time in my life.
Definitely agree. Definitely 100%. I can't say anything no more. Like.
It is
Definitely,
a spiritual feeling. It's a good feeling. It's a bad feeling. Yeah, all for the feels on that one. So I just want to say thank you for coming and sitting with us today. It's actually been an honour, and we've like got a friendship that
it's been a pleasure, my love. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. And we can't wait, once you're back from France, we can't wait to have you on one of our panels, our mental health panels, and also a special maybe Dance for Mental Health night. Girls only. Put that one out. Maybe not girls only. I think that might not go down very well. But yeah, thank you so much for coming down. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you soon.
Ride with it.